Welcome to Colonel Football Weekly, as we take an inside look at Nicholls State University football. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, the official sports medicine provider of Nicholls Athletics. Colonel Football Weekly is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And People's Health, your Medicare health team. Hello and welcome to our season finale. A trying year in Nicholls football ends with a great deal of hope for the future. On Friday, former Colonel assistant Tim Rebowe, a fan favorite, was introduced as the 10th head coach in program history. He's ready to move forward immediately and wants the entire Nicholls nation there with him.
We have to change the culture. We all know that this program is not where it should be. And we're not going to put, the good Lord didn't put eyes in the back of our head, okay? We're going to look forward. I'm excited to reinvigorate the community. I want to change the attitude of the whole program. But we can't sit back and wait. And we can't just say, I want to see what happens. I want to wait to see if I'm going to do it. We all need to be a part of it. We all need a part today. The Colonel Nation, we need to come together. The staff, administration, supporters, we need all to be in. And we're going to unite as one, and I'm confident that we can get it done. We can get it done.
The new head coach of the Colonels, Tim Rebowe. Folks, I'm Mike Wagon. I'm alongside senior quarterback Bo Hebert. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Mike. I'm excited about the show today.
I appreciate you being here and spending some time with us. Bittersweet for you, your career coming to an end this past Thursday night against Southeastern Louisiana. But I think everybody involved with this Nicholls football program right now feels inspired, feels that better days are ahead.
You're absolutely right, Mike. And I think, Tim Rebowe is really the start of that. I didn't get a chance to see his press conference or interview or anything, but, I've only heard great things about him, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring to this program, and I think he'll be good for us. I know
you're going to be departing along with about, 22, 23 seniors, but still plenty of talent returning, including Michael Henry, who we'll talk about a little bit later, all-South and second-team honoree, had a bunch of players named honorable mention as well. So you got a lot still in the cupboard coming back here.
That's right, and big, shout-out to Mike. I saw that today that he was second-team all-Southland, and, great job for him. He's a great kid, works so hard. I've had the great opportunity of being in the same backfield as him, and, man, I've had a great career. He's inspired me a lot, the way he's played throughout, ups and downs of the season. So I'm really excited about our future, though, starting with, the new coach.
One thing the fans were calling for is a person with local ties. Got to be somebody local, not necessarily a Nicholls product, but that's what you got in Tim Rebowe, former Colonel assistant. He was here when the team went winless and was also here taking them to the playoffs next year as an assistant coach. So a guy who's been through that before, knows how it can get done. And how do you feel about having a former Colonel now taking the reins?
I think that's huge. And somebody like you said has been here when it's been down, like you said, a winless program. And so he'll know how to, where to begin to dig ourselves out of the hole. And that's what we've, in my opinion, needed, is someone that can really take the reins and really lead us out of this hole. I think we have a lot of the talents in many areas on this team. And, looking forward, I'm just glad that this coach will be able to come in here and really lead us, and he knows how it's done. He's been here, he's got friends in Thibodaux. He's got the perfect name for it, right? Tim Rebowe, welcome home. So it's good to have him.
Absolutely. Tim Rebowe spending 11 years at Louisiana Lafayette, 3 consecutive bowl appearances. There should be number 4 this season coming up. A conference title. He's coached the safeties and the linebackers before that. Spent 6 years at Nicholls, part of the biggest turnaround in FCS history, going from 0-11 one year to 8-4 and a playoff appearance the next season. His son Tyler plays baseball here. His older brother Rusty, a Colonel great at linebacker. He knows Nicholls and he knows this area.
A lot's been said, has been made. There's, I know a little bit about Nicholls and the tradition in Thibodaux and about Nicholls football. It was back in the 70s, and if anybody remember, we used to come to the games here and watch Rusty play, and my dad used to take me to the games. And if anybody knows my dad, I was embarrassed to be around. I'm telling you. He would stand up in the middle of the stands and be yelling about the knucklehead referees, and I would hide from him. I didn't want to be there. But we made it every Saturday. We were in John L. Guidry Stadium watching the Colonels play. Then I'd come back later on. I took a few classes working on some certifications, so I knew the area a little bit. Came back in the 90s, coached for 6 years. Darren Barbier brought me here, and we had some success. And you know, we were part of one of the greatest turnarounds in the history of NCAA football at the time, so I know that it can be done. And then coming back the past few years is watching Tyler as a member of the Colonel baseball team, so we got to know, and so we know the area, and we know what we're getting into. And I know there's so many great players that have come through Thibodeau, so many players that have come through and left their mark on this program, and now it's time to get them back and get them involved, and I want all those guys back to come back to be Colonels. And so now it's time for me to make my mark, okay? As the head coach and leading this program, I want to renew Nichols football, and I want to lead this team with some pride, with integrity, and I know we'll be successful, and I'm not talking about 5 years from now. We'll be successful starting today.
And Bo, of course, your family has ties to this state as well. Your father played for Northwestern State, your brother for LSU, your uncle right here at Nichols. You know probably better than anybody the breadth and the dearth of talent here in Louisiana, especially in the southeast portion.
Absolutely, and I think per capita, Louisiana has the most, you know, born NFL players. So it's something that, I mean, if you don't have to go anywhere else to get the talent. The talent is here in South Louisiana, just like you said. So now we got somebody that's going to be, you know, I believe he's going to be recruiting all here, because the high school play here is, I mean, top 5 states in the nation, in my opinion. You know, it's right up there with the best. And so I think that's huge just to start there, you know, and it's easy. It's right close to us, and you can really pitch that to these kids, you know. Oh, you're only 30 minutes from your home. Come play at Nichols. You know, mom and dad come watch. Everybody come with you. Bring the family, cousins, you know, everybody. So I think that's, you know, going to be a really big issue in getting some good athletes here.
Can't wait to get rolling. Let's take you back to the Nichols campus, where former Colonel offensive lineman Gerald Gruning chatted with Coach Rebowe following his introduction on Friday.
Thanks a lot. We are joined now by the 10th head football coach in Nichols State history, Coach Tim Rebowe. Coach, how does it feel to be a Colonel?
It feels really good to be back home, to be back with family. And like we talked about earlier, a chance to be a head coach and run your own program. Very, very excited to be here.
Tough slate ahead, though, Coach. Obviously, the culture of Nichols has dropped over the years. Can you talk a little about what you want to do to really make a difference in that back building?
Yeah, you know what? We just have to change the mindset. You know, we have to change. We talked about it in the press conference. Change the mindset of the players, first of all. Those guys that came here, you know, they didn't sign up for an 0-11 season. They didn't sign up for their head coach to resign. You know, so they've been dealt a tough hand. So I have to get them to change their mindset, to talk about winning, talk about competing, talk about committing, which I know that's a great group back there that wants to do that. You know, we're going to start with them first, and then we're going to get into the recruiting process.
You know, is there swagger, I guess, you need to bring back in the guys? Because, you know, they take a beating when it comes to, you know, those losses.
Yeah, and I think, you know, it starts because it happens on the field. You know, you get down on the field, and then all of a sudden you hear it in the community. And so that's what we have to change. And I want those guys to hold their heads up, hold them up, and be proud. And I want them to know, and the future guys to come here, that this is a good place. I want them to be proud to be Colonels, to say that I play football at Nichols State.
You're touted for your recruiting ability, Coach. How important is that to kind of get out and really recruit in the backyard here at Nichols State?
And I think the whole thing is about relationships, and we talk about that. You have to have the relationship with the coaches, first of all, in the local schools, and then you got to start developing a relationship with the players. Look, guys are not going to say, oh, all of a sudden Tim Rebowe is the head coach at Nichols, I'm going to Nichols. It's going to take some work, okay? And I'm going to put together a good staff of guys who are going to do that, and we'll be at every school, we'll be at every function, you know, as much as the NCAA allows us legally, but we're going to get out there and we're going to find them.
So the plan right now is for you to finish at UL for the regulars for the rest of the season in the bowl game. How do you balance that? I mean, that's a lot to be the new head coach and then still be an assistant at UL.
Well, I think you're going to have to burn the candle at both ends. Kind of been doing that a little bit. First of all, it starts with a great boss in Lafayette who's allowing me to do this. And you know, we talked about it, and I guaranteed him that I'd be able to do it, and I know where my commitment is because, you know, I committed to them. I committed to the players on the team. So we're going to finish it out. We're going to do it right way. But I will have some time to be able to put a staff together. You know, I have a recruiting list. And, you know, social media now, Gerald, we talked about. We can get things out. We can get information out there to the players that this will be a new place and try to get them involved. Also, we have to get started, maybe fill some holes, get some junior college guys, you know, signing dates in December. So we'll head down that road also.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
Good to be home.
Yes, sir. Mike, back to you.
Thank you very much, Gerald. We appreciate it. And Gerald Gruning, former Colonel offensive lineman, has covered Tim Rebowe out in Lafayette, a reporter out there. You faced the Cajuns a couple of times in the past 3 years, and obviously they do a great job defensively. He's part of that defensive staff there and bringing a lot of credentials to the table here.
You're absolutely right. I think my junior year I started against them, and we only put up 7 points the whole game. And, man, they had some great schemes going, zone defensively, just really confusing me. So, I mean, all credit goes to him and the scheme. So, hopefully he brings some of that to Nichols, really, to confuse some Southland quarterbacks.
Well, Tim Rebowe, the future of the Colonels. We're going to take a timeout, wrap up 2014 with a look back at the season finale. Mike Wagon, I'm with Bo Hebert. You're tuned into Colonel Football Weekly, presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional.
In sports, you strive for first or best. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional is both. The region's first comprehensive sports medicine program with a team of the best sports medicine trained experts. You're serious about the game, we're serious about your safety. With advanced concussion testing technology and certified athletic trainers, we're keeping athletes safely in the game. Play hard, play to win. The Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional will help you play it safe.
Donnie, I'm in Rouse's at least 3 times a week, and I want the best prices every day.
Come on, Chef. Let's go shopping.
All right. There's got to be at least 1,000 items just on this one aisle.
At Rouse's, we stock more groceries than anyone else.
I can see that. So what's with the tag? Best price every day.
It's the Rouse's guarantee. You're getting our lowest price every day.
So when I see this tag,
you know you don't have to wait for a sale.
I can shop any day
and get our best price every day. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for.
At People's Health, we know that when it comes to health, what works is teamwork. Each People's Health Plan member has a team of talented professionals working together to coordinate care so our members can do what they love to do.
That's what we do. We're here for you with People's Health.
People's Health, your Medicare health team.